today's video comes courtesy of One More. I'm going to take the beautiful loose wave and turn it into some beautiful curls using my Babyliss curling iron. Now I've been sleeping on this curling iron. I have a ton of curling irons and they're all by Hot Tools, and I love those, but they're really hot when you curl. Like, I like to touch my Hot Tools when I'm curling and stuff, and those are super duper hot and I always burn my hand. This one I absolutely did not burn my hair. So if you're interested in the size that I have, I do have it linked in the description bar, but it's nice and smooth. It doesn't snag the hair or anything like that. Other than that, the hair itself was a dream to work with. Again, I have 3 bundles and a closure. I made a hot glue gun wig and I did it this morning, and it came out super pretty, and it was big and it was beautiful. Honestly, I could have just added a little bit of product to it and left, and it would have been great, but I decided to play on how curly and voluminous it looked and create some curls of my own, and I'm completely happy with the results. So if you're interested in seeing how I got this look, stay tuned.
So I've already made the wig. I used the hot glue gun method, so we're going to make this look like a dream. So first of all, this is a 4x4 closure, and usually with the 4x4 closures, when you do the hot glue gun method, you get this little white glue that appears on the sides. Always happens, but what I do is I take a black anti-aging spray, and as you can see, I got it all over my skin. So basically, take the wig off and put it on a mannequin head. Don't be lazy like I did. It would have just been so much quicker and easier, but you definitely want to take something. First, I tried to use an eyeliner, but I couldn't use or find a kohl eyeliner. Those work really, really good. Couldn't find mine, so I tried to use liquid. That does not work as well. So the spray is the best option to me, but if you have a kohl eyeliner, do that. I also went ahead and cut off the excess lace and trimmed the baby hair down. There really is no perfect length for baby hair. I just do my best. This closure was pre-plucked, as you guys can see. I didn't do that. It came that way. And you see it still looks full. But watch, I'm not even going to pluck it, I'm not even going to tweeze it, and it's still going to look bomb. So if you're someone who is afraid to tweeze, pluck, or any of that stuff with your baby hairs and your hairlines, just go ahead and add powder. I'll show you in a minute. So I'm going to go ahead and heat up my curling iron. I believe this is a 1.5 inch barrel. Have it linked down below. And while that heats up, I'm going to go ahead and work on perfecting the base or the crown of my head. So you guys know I love foam lotion. I literally don't know what to do with my hair if I don't have it. And I just put a lot. I put a generous amount around the crown or the base of my head, and I just use the heat to kind of press that in, burn the hand a little bit, but I just use as much until I can get it as flat as possible. This does have a hole to it, so the more that you add, the more it'll be like, you know, a little bit firm up top. It won't be hard, like crazy hard, but it does have a foam or a hole because it is like a foam mousse. So just hold the hair down and just use that heat to lock that in there. And the only alternative I know to this is if you take like a hot comb or even your flat iron and like do small sections and like just sort of press out the roots, because what it is that the roots are very fluffy and curly, and you kind of want to press that down. This is just a quick way to do it. I'm also going to take my powder. This is an eyeshadow from Morphe in the Old Baby palette. Any brown eyeshadow, foundation, concealer will work great, and my kids are loud. So now we're going to get to start curling. The curling iron should be pretty hot by now. Sectioned off half of the hair and put it away. When you do the hot glue gun method, you sometimes will find these like clumps of glue. Because it's completely dry, they come right out, no problem at all. Just make sure you pull it out, dispose it. I took a little bit of a serum. I'll have the one I use linked down below. I put a little bit too much in this section, but I do like to put a serum, a sheen or something, or even a holding spray when I curl. It just gives the hair something to help to like press and hold the curl, especially the longer the hair is. And I'm just curling away from my face, doing nice size pieces, I guess you would say. And I just hold it there for about 15 seconds. The longer you hold it there, the more tight the curl is. Also, like from that first one to the third one, the curling iron was still heating up. So the hotter the curling iron is, it'll also help the hold. How small you do your pieces, it helps the hold. All these different factors help to, you know, make the best curls. Also, a great way to hold it is pin curl. So as I curl this up, I hold it there for about 15 seconds, and when I let it go, I kind of try to unravel it so that the curl stays like tight, and I just put a bobby pin. If you guys want a detailed tutorial on how to pin curl your hair, I'll do that pretty soon. Now I just took a stocking cap and blotted my face because I was getting pretty oily. And yeah, this process goes fast if you're doing something like watching a movie or you know, listening to music. Music is the best way because trust me, I don't have any patience to curl my hair. I wish I did. And my daughter was up, so I had to kind of rock her a little bit. You know, you got to multitask. I'm watching TV, listening to music, curling my hair, rocking my baby. When you're a mom, you gotta just push through, right? So I'm almost done with this half of the hair. Still curling away from my face. Hold it there. Roll it up. When you roll it up, as long as you attach it properly, sometimes you'll roll it up super slow, but the more and more and more you curl, the more used to your curling iron you get, and the more control you have. Also, another thing is this hair was so curly naturally that you will see that the hair is super big and fluffy. If you want it to be a little bit more, how do you say, like pressed and like uniform, be sure to flat iron it first. So here's where that line of demarcation of where my lash track and my frontal or my closure starts. So I like to make sure that I have a piece of hair to cover the closure and I'm not separating. That way I can kind of press that down after the curl and it kind of covers so that I'll never have to worry about that, you know, that track showing, if that makes any sense. So I have about 2 more pieces of hair left. A great way to add dimension and body and make the hair look much fuller is by cutting the hair. So if you can get a nice pair of hair shears, you can get a pair for like 10-15 bucks from Target or Walmart, and just go ahead and trim the hair to make layers. And that's pretty much what I'm going to do here. I really wanted to frame my face a little bit. I always have trouble with this side of my head. And you just go down and just make nice little layers, and this is going to make for a great parting. A great curl. You definitely don't have to do as much as I did, because that was a nice little thick piece. But I'm still curling away from my hair, but I went under, not over, if that makes any sense. And kind of just let the curl set before you touch it. I was going to roll it up and put a pin curl. As you see, I have a pin in my hand. I just decided to go ahead. I don't think I pin curled it. Like right there, just leave it and kind of pull the curler out gently and just use that pin to hold it up while it's still in the curl position. But we're officially done with one half of the side. We have a whole half left. So of course I'm going to speed through the other half. Again, if you want the curls to be a little less big and a little bit more pressed and like bone, like perfect straight curls, that's an oxymoron, but if you want the curls to be a little bit more uniform, you will find that pressing or flat ironing the hair before you curl will do a better job of having like a more salon quality finish. I kind of wanted the bedhead messy curl look in this example or this tutorial, so I did not bother. But especially around the base of your head where it may look a little bit more full, that's where the flat iron or the hot comb will come in handy. So we're skipping through on this side just so I don't want to bore you guys. Again, if you've never curled your hair, if you're not good at it, trust and believe the more and more you do it, the better you'll get. It's all about getting control of over the curling iron. And naturally, it'll come natural the more you do it. So when you start with the first section, you might be going super slow, not sure if you're holding the curling iron right, not sure if everything is going right. But by the time you get to the other half of your head, usually you'll kind of have a good control of what's going on, and the more and more and more you practice day by day, the better you'll get. So officially I am done. As you guys can see, your left side is a little bit more flat than the right side. That's one place where the pin curls come into handy. Also, I did go higher up with the curls, so there is more volume, but there is the same amount of hair. It's just that I have more volume on the opposite side because I did go in and add a little bit of layers. So I'm gonna fix the top. Again, I told you guys I do use a lot of mousse, but I just want to lay down the top of my hair since it's been through a little bit of manipulation through this process. One thing that I love about the mousse, even if the crown of your head is super duper flat, it just makes it so that when you're out in the elements, the humidity, if you're in Vegas or Texas or anywhere with this dry heat, you won't find that you have that frizz, rain, sleet, snow. Your hair will last. Even if your curls drop, the crown of your head will still be laid and slayed. Also, I added a little bit of my Sebastian shapers before I went ahead and combed the hair out just for a little extra hold. As far as the baby hair, remember how thick and full and clumpy it was? It still can be, you know, tweezed out much more to make it a lot more natural, but it's made a huge difference when I added that powder. It's so much more thin and natural without tweezing. So again, I would recommend that you go ahead and tweeze it, but if you're afraid, add a little powder in there and you'll see it makes a huge difference. Lastly, I'm going to go in and touch up any straight pieces that I may have missed, recurl anything that looks like it's a little bit too straight. I'm going to go ahead and, you know, finesse this thing and make it look really, really, really nice. You can add a texturizing spray to make it look a little bit bigger. Definitely was feeling myself. Went ahead and redid the powder to make it look even more natural. And that's about it. I'm going to go ahead and blot my face, add my lips, and then we're going to just talk a little bit.
And this is the finished results of the hair. Full voluminous curls. Really did a quick curl job, and I ended it off with my favorite, the Sebastian Shapers Plus. Also, I used lots and lots and lots of foam lotion. I'm going to pick up another one tomorrow because this one is not my favorite. This one is from Paul Mitchell, and as you guys can always see when I use this one, it's wet. And then I just use all the regular like serums and stuff that I usually use. I'll have the link in the description bar. But I already showed you guys this, but this is the box that the wig came in. Super pretty. It was protected in another box, which was a really good idea because you guys know a lot of the times when I receive the boxes and I show you them, they're all mangled up, and this one was still in good shape because they actually protected it with another box. But super nice packaging. I received a loose wave. Each bundle, as you've seen, was like in a plastic, so it was protected, but it has a nice, healthy, bouncy texture to it. And then on the back, they show you a bunch of styles that they also carry. So again, I got the loose wave. I believe I got a 14. Let me just double check. So yeah, I got a 16, 18, 20, 20 with the 14-inch 4x4 lace closure. This is the this is the 14-inch bundle here. I only used 3 of the bundles and the closure, which was really good. And you guys seen it came out pretty full. For the closure, I did not bleach the knots. I just used my powder, and it turned out pretty good. It's still a little bit full, like right in here. When I added my powder, it kind of made it look a little bit less full, which is always the case. And then I added the powder to the parting. The parting actually goes back pretty far. I know it's 4 inches, but it just looks really nice placed. You guys also noticed that the closure was like pre-plucked a little bit where it was a space, yet it was still full when it was time to like swoop it. So just go ahead and tweeze it out a little bit if you want it a little bit thinner. But because it's a closure and I'm kind of covering the rest, I think it works just fine. The hair. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I have the link to the hair in the description bar for you guys to shop. Also, make sure you're subscribed, your notifications are turned on so that we can get to 100,000. We just hit 70,000 and I'm so excited. Thank you guys for subscribing. Keep sharing my videos, keep liking, keep commenting. I promise you there is so much more to come from me. The kids will be on the channel back eventually. One is right here sleeping, the other one is sneaking to get out here because he's supposed to be asleep. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.